I told my sister's husband the truth about why their marriage is falling apart and who his wife really is. My sister Sarah has always been the golden child in our family. Perfect grades, perfect job at a prestigious marketing firm, perfect house in the suburbs. Our parents beam with pride whenever they talk about her accomplishments. But what our family doesn't know is that behind her pristine facade, she's been systematically destroying her marriage to Mike for 3 years. I know because I live in their guest house, a converted garage apartment that Sarah grudgingly let me rent when I was between jobs. From my window, I can see directly into their kitchen and living room. I hear their conversations through the thin walls. I see everything, and what I've witnessed has made me sick to my stomach. Mike is genuinely one of the kindest men I've ever met. He works 2 jobs to support Sarah's increasingly expensive lifestyle, her designer handbags, monthly spa treatments, impulsive shopping sprees that leave their credit cards maxed out. He never complains when she announces another girl's trip, even though I know he's been skipping lunches to save money. He's been desperately trying to save their marriage by suggesting counseling, planning elaborate date nights that Sarah inevitably cancels. But Sarah has been telling everyone, including our parents, that Mike is emotionally abusive and controlling. She weaves elaborate stories about how he monitors her spending, how he gets jealous when she goes out with friends, how he makes her feel trapped. She's been playing the victim so convincingly that our mother actually suggested she start documenting incidents for a potential restraining order. I'm thinking of leaving him for my own safety, she told our parents over dinner last month, dabbing at fake tears. It's complete bullshit, and I know exactly what's really happening. Sarah has been having an affair with her boss, David, for over a year. She brings him to the house when Mike's at his second job, a night shift at a warehouse that he took specifically to pay for her lifestyle. I've seen David's silver BMW in their driveway countless times. I've witnessed the expensive gifts, jewelry, perfume, lingerie packages that she hides in the garage. I've seen the constant text messages that make her giggle and blush in ways that Mike hasn't inspired in years. What's worse is how she's been gaslighting Mike into thinking he's losing his mind. When he asks about her behavior, why she's always on her phone, why she's working late so often, why she flinches when he tries to touch her, she turns it around on him. She accuses him of being paranoid, controlling, abusive. Last week, Mike came to my place at nearly midnight, and I could see he'd been crying. His eyes were red and swollen, his hands shaking as he stood on my doorstep in his work uniform. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, he said, his voice breaking. Sarah told me that even you think I'm controlling. I just wanted to apologize for whatever I've done to make you uncomfortable. That's when I snapped. The injustice of it, the sight of this genuinely good man being systematically destroyed by my sister's lies, was too much to bear. I told him everything. The affair, the lies, the fact that she's been consulting with a divorce attorney and planning to take half of everything while painting him as abusive to justify it. Mike went completely silent for what felt like 10 minutes, just staring at the floor. Finally, he looked up at me with this expression of profound sadness mixed with relief. "Thank you," he said quietly, and then he left. 2 days later, Sarah stormed into my place without knocking, her face twisted with rage. "You ruined my life," she screamed. "Mike confronted me with evidence and I couldn't deny it anymore. How could you betray your own sister?" Apparently, Mike had been recording their conversations for weeks after I told him the truth, and he'd caught her in multiple lies. When he played back her own voice admitting to the affair, to lying about the abuse, to planning to take him for everything he was worth, she had nowhere left to hide. She's now staying at David's downtown condo and threatening to sue me for defamation, though her lawyer told her she doesn't have a case since everything I said was true. Our parents finally saw the real Sarah when Mike played them the recordings. The whole family is in complete chaos, but honestly, I'm not sorry. Mike deserved to know the truth before Sarah destroyed his life completely, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.